Yeah, we live. Woo!
What is up?
What's up?
Let's see if mine is also live. Working on the
I
technical
will have to,
details.
yeah, I'll have to confirm, but we should be live as well.
I just got a notification that you're live, Hound.
Awesome. Yeah, this is gonna be crazy for the viewers.
Yeah, man. There's 3 of us. Yo, we
Three
should do one.
options.
We should do one with as many. I think it'll be hectic, but if we
It
can
will
get
be
as many
insane,
streamers
yeah.
in one,
Okay, challenge accepted. Yeah, we got 3 now. Next time it's gonna be... What do we have? 5?
oh, there's quite a few that speak English.
Yeah.
I think we could get like 8 of us.
I don't think that many are ready for streaming, actually, because you need quite a lot of setup
Well, I think
to get this
I think
working.
we would be okay stream wise because
Yeah.
some of them we could just put like their pictures and then they can talk on Discord. But yeah, like visual wise, I think some people for sure aren't ready. Some people might be uncomfortable with showing their streams.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream.
Welcome, Hammer. Glad you joined.
I don't think my bot's notified anyone yet, or maybe it has. Yes, it has.
I'm trying a new bot. My other one was so lazy, it didn't react at all.
Mine stopped working for a bit. It would send out notifications at 3 in the morning. And I
Nice.
streamed like 14 hours before, and I'm like, what the freak?
Yeah, I saw this one. I remember. That was funny.
It was so annoying. I'm like, what the freak?
Yo, hey, Blade Master, what's up?
Yeah, my audio is fine, so we're good to go.
Sick. Mine should be good too. Who's gonna dance? What's up, nobody? Jose, Baz, Glenn, Dirty. What's up, Dirty? We just hanging. Where's everyone at? Oh,
Negan,
I
you
should
need
probably
to
clear-
jump to us.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
standing
do
next to Hound.
I gotta find you guys. 1 second.
Yep.
Are we over by Bloods?
Thanks for the donation, Eli. Wait till he comes. I've got a surprise for him. It's gonna be kind of crazy because we have to read chat, but also
Yeah.
I technically can't mute myself while talking to you guys.
Nope, you can't.
Like I can't mute myself to read chat. That's the issue.
Tell us all your
Oh,
secrets.
there you are.
Yep, I'm forced.
Yeah, let's see how this goes if we split viewers. So, if you're watching the stream, make sure you have Hound's stream, Negan's stream, and mine on at the same time.
So many streams going on.
And make sure there's a 10-second delay so you hear all of us every time we talk.
It would be cool to know who has the shortest delay.
Probably you. I mean, mine is terrible. It's every time that I stream, it's like 30 seconds.
I think it all depends on people's internets as well.
I have a very good internet connection, but I'm always delayed.
No, I mean like
also-
I see. What you mean.
on their end, you mean? I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
on my end there is a delay. Like somehow.
I'll
I
find
can't
out how
really-
long my delay is.
Mine is always random. Sometimes I got
Okay.
30 seconds.
Here
When
we
I
go. I'm gonna
started.
test mine real quick. Test
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Here we go. Mine real quick. 1, 2, 3.
Are you muted, Negan, now? But that was pretty
6
short. That
seconds.
was 6 seconds, right?
seconds.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty nice, actually.
I know by default I should have like 3 seconds because I'm doing the NDI thing. So
Oh.
aside from everything else, I have that 3 seconds, but mine's probably much longer than that.
And every time it's yacht, and when you need a very
What's
short
up, love?
lag, then you have the biggest lag possible.
Of course. They're asking if we could do the baby shark. I think the answer is no, right?
The baby shark? It
Yeah.
depends. If Torrent shows up
If
and tells
Torrent
us we
shows
got
up,
some
we'll do
rewards
Torrent
for you,
Shark.
then probably.
Maybe. Torn Shark. Come on, Torn. You know you can do it.
Where is he? Let's ping him. Did you ping
He's
him, guys?
probably here. You know what? I'll send him my my link. Because he
Okay,
gave me a
perfect.
thumbs up. It wasn't a no.
gave you
He just
this.
gave me a
Ah.
thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
I'll send him my link.
I put you in the picture, and
Get
let's
over
see
here, you lazy boy.
whose name is gonna change first.
All three of us sit next to each other so we can see.
And what's your gold?
Oh, watch the gold. Don't take my billion gold, please. I paid good money for that.
Yeah, hard work in it.
All right. Link sent to Torin. We'll see what happens.
We should ask Torin to open all three of our streams too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with 10-second delay so we can listen to all of us. Yeah, I like this. This is good. I feel like if there's like 10 of us and we all talk about like new things that are getting added to the game, it'd be very cool.
Yo, did you guys watch that video?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I somewhat watched it. I was driving to the hospital.
Extremely disappointing.
Because of the
Is
video?
it disappointing?
Yeah.
What was wrong with it? Tell me.
Okay, so in my mind, the perfect scenario for Asgard would be minimum clans, so it's not everyone that's playing, and now it's everyone that's playing in the same map. Essentially, it's Jot, except instead of the rocks, you have thrones or towers that you have to sit around.
Wait, is it an open server format?
It's an open server, yes.
Yeah, it's open server.
No, so it's everyone. Everyone.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, that is gonna
It's
be
terrible.
Well, that's pretty bad. I thought we were gonna have like 8 clans clash it out against each other.
I even went as far as guessing 8 kingdoms, not 8 clans, 8 kingdoms going up against each other.
Yeah.
What's up with everyone?
Oh my gosh!
It's gonna be a blood versus ret.
It's gonna be it's gonna be blood. I think so blood and ret, we're gonna hold it for sure, but I think the runner ups, we're gonna have Spartak. They're gonna definitely
everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone that has T8s that's maxed that can hold a tower
like
is pretty much
Spartak,
good to go.
Legends Reborn,
bigger clans, just go down the list, bro.
Yeah, all big clans. Ridden Blood. Yeah. Anyone basically 6. I would say maybe 50 trill and up.
100%, yeah.
Don't say that. We're just 20 T.
Okay, fine. I mean, you guys might be able to, but the thing is, how quick are you going to be able to get back into those towers to defend it? Right? I feel like smaller clans that have big hitters will be able to kick people out, but it's going to be a consistent, like, how often are you going to be able to kick them out and progress forward?
My first thought was it's going to be an event for burning boosts, because I don't know how this event is going to last for, but if you need to activate your boosts for hours...
It's for a whole day, though, right? Like, it's the whole day worth, essentially, and then it's a one-day event, right? That's what they said?
It is, yes.
So activate your big boost for 24 hours.
Oh my gosh, that's expensive.
I don't feel excited about it, to be honest. I thought at the very most we would have 8 kingdoms. This is just Jot. I'm gonna be there scouting people again, I think. But it would be interesting to see how they pair it up with other events. So, like, do we get Slaughter? Do we get some sort of kill event at the same time? Or is it just going to be purely holding the throne that gives you, or holding the towers that gives you time?
Yeah. Master did the math. 144 big boosts for 24 hours.
Oh my gosh.
This is also a good question that others are asking. Whether we would still be able to hit towns. I mean, the open area does sound like something where you should be able to sit there and still hit towns, but...
the question is, what's the open area for if you cannot score at all? If the only way you can score is holding towers, so what's the purpose of the open area?
It's just for people to... Because keep in mind, every time you hold a tower, only then you're able to move closer to the building, which somehow doesn't make sense because...
But you can only have a few people there, right?
Yes, you can have minimum amount of people there. It's like 8 slots, I think. But that's the thing, that's the kicker. It's like, if you hold it and you want to move there, you have to pull. You can't just jump.
Yeah, that was one of the points I was a bit, I don't know, confused about, because it says you can advance once you capture the tower, but you cannot jump when you're actually in the tower. And how are you going to do it? So you need to pull and then jump, but then it's going to get attacked. Or you hold it and then your teammates advance to the next
If
tower.
you do have enough clan members to have teammates do that, right? If it's like a 6-person clan, how do you do that?
That's
Yeah,
not
You
possible,
can't. You can't. I want to know if the bridge breaks. Someone wants to know if the bridge breaks. I think it'd be a cool dynamic if you could stop people from crossing over for like X amount of time, like 30
Welcome to
minutes.
the stream, Aries.
How many people you
yeah.
got watching, you guys?
I don't know. I have to check.
I have 16.
Viewers,
Whatever Negan says, I will say 1 above him.
I have 8.
I have 4. Fuck. Wait, do I
Probably-
actually? Yep, I have 4. Shit.
They
Damn it.
probably don't want to talk about the Asgard event.
Yeah, they don't want to
Let's-
listen to us.
Do we want to switch topics then?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Blade Master got a fair point. He says the first row it's where the battlefield is going to happen. So I guess the big clans will be able to advance towards the middle, and as you need to capture one of the first ones, that's where the battle will start. Everybody's going to attack from the outside, but when you're in, you're kind of safe. You're just defending against those that are in as well.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's also good points being mentioned here. It's like whether we'll be able to hold or reinforce buildings from the outlands, or are the outlands just for attacking? I guess because once you attack and you capture a building, then you should move closer to be able to reinforce. Again, it's something that we need to have Plarium clarify for us.
I don't think we're gonna learn about any of this crap until we actually get in there and learn it. They're not gonna. I think this is the most info we're getting, and the next info we're getting is, hey, guess what? It's coming out in 3 days, and then we play it.
I agree. Yeah.
I think that's what's gonna happen.
Aries, you just want to burn everything? Yeah, please be my guest. I think we will be burning our credit cards.
Oh crap! What credit card?
I don't even feel like I'm ready for it. I have like 6 billion troops and I don't feel like I'm ready.
That's why I have bank offers right now. I got 3 gold ladders currently.
I bought those.
It's probably.
I feel ashamed of myself.
Got a question from Time
I
Lord.
bought a bunch of stuff, but I wasn't fast enough to what's the word? Complete the buying. I kind of paused and then
Oh,
it was
you
like-
messed it up.
and then it reset. So
Wow.
I once did that accidentally without realizing that the day hadn't reset. Like there was 2 minutes. And I
yeah,
forgot that if I buy right now, my packs are going to be gone. And then the store refreshed, and I didn't have any other offers.
yeah.
I once bought a subscription and the transaction wasn't going through, so I just clicked on the transaction again and did it again. So in the end, they debited my card 3 times.
Oh,
And I
dang.
only got it once. But then I wrote to the support and they gave me 3 times the subscription. And I was happy because that was the special
The cheap
coin
ones, huh?
subscription.
Yeah.
I got like, what was it, 1 million coins for $20 or something?
Wow.
That's why I still have so many runic coins.
You're going to spend £1,000 just for it? Don't even joke about it. I don't even want to think about it.
Well,
I feel like it's going to be troop killing
I don't
event
doubt it.
on steroids.
We got a question from Time Lord. He asks if our castle will unshield permanently near the towers. That's a good
I would think so.
question.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Because in order to advance, you have to attack, essentially, right? You have to attack the other player and
Yeah.
the other towers. So I would guess so.
It
It's
would be a
definitely
good
an
mechanic.
event for paying clans. It's not
Yeah.
going to be for everyone. The unfortunates. Again, if they would have probably heard us out and kind of thought about it a little bit more carefully, it could have been different, I guess.
Yeah.
And what do you think about the fact that it's the clan gathering the coins and the chief handing out the rewards?
Wait. Oh. I see. I haven't even watched the full video.
Okay,
I'm like,
if-
what? The chief has to hand out the
Yeah,
rewards. You don't
jump
even
to-
get it yourself.
Jump to 3 minutes 50 seconds. That's where they explain it. So you get those
Yeah.
medal of the Aesir that are given to the clan when you pass checkpoints, and you pass checkpoints by holding those towers. And then the Asgard store is where clan chiefs can exchange medals for treasures of the Aesir, which they can then gift to other clanmates.
Oh my gosh.
I guess it's just a game of performance. But then again,
Yeah.
someone like
It's
me
gonna-
who plays one troop type doesn't have as much of an advantage versus people that can change.
Sure.
Yeah.
Still a lot of strategy to be discussed, I think.
Yeah. And I think we see 2 new gears. I think that's the new shaman gear that they announced, and even 2 town skins that I did not see before. And 2 hero skins that are new.
Right. There's also another good question here on the chat. They're asking if a player gets booted onto the Outlands, which essentially means that they were in the circle, would they have to fight their way back up, or would they be able to jump back to where their clan is currently holding a tower? So a player who's small, theoretically, if they're not able to shield and they get booted into the Outlands, what exactly do they have to do? Do they have to go back across the bridge, or can they just jump to where their clanmates are, because their clanmates have already paved the way for them to advance?
Yeah.
It's a very good question. Yeah,
It's a really good one. Yeah, because in theory it can happen that your clan is in the really the inner circle, and that they don't have any access to the Outland anymore, and then you're basically unable to join.
right. So would they just be able to join, or would they be unable to join, though? Do you think it's not going to be possible because your clan's holding it for you to just jump from the Outlands into it somehow?
I mean, it's an interesting mechanic, because it means that if you lose a tower, you lose potential reinforcements also for the other towers.
For
And
the
you
other
need to-
towers,
and you
because
need
most of
to-
your players are going to be far. Exactly.
Yeah, so you really want to hold those towers. It's actually risky going towards the inner circle, because you lose your reinforcements basically from clanmates that are not in the circle. And we know that these places are limited. From the first video, I counted these places where you can stand on the islands, and on the outer circle they started with 14, and in the inner circle it's only 6. And they deducted by 2 from every circle. So you really need to choose wisely who is going to jump and secure your place, and probably not go too much into the inner circle, because then the number of players that can stand there is very limited.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be very like your strongest are gonna have to be located in specific locations. I think the strongest will probably hold the border of the tower itself, so that when you know, like, again, it's obviously going to be a big battle between Blood and Ret. So between like Ret trying to get in or Blood trying to get in, our strongest are going to have to hold the middle, and it's going to be very spread out. I honestly think it's going to be like a group of players versus another group of players fighting for one specific section and kicking each other out, instead of like typically, you know, where there's the throne, there's 8 onslaughts created to hit one specific target. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. And I think to be able to progress forward, you're going to have people, essentially, you have a tower that you're holding, a tower that you're fighting from, a tower that you want to attack. And the moment you kick them out, you move forward, and these guys need to jump forward. And then you have people ready to go and reinforce that other section as well. I kind of have a feeling that that's what it's going to be like. It's going to be a lot of like kicking in and out and moving closer to the center, and then trying to hold that center. And so I don't know, that's kind of my thought process behind how this is going to go. Is you're going to have teams of players ready to go and take over a specific section once you take that spot over, and then you're going to have a team specifically defend the main towers so that you can hold that throne. But I don't know.
I agree. The one thing that I wanted to add to that is I feel like the reason they might have removed the option for you to kill enemy troops to get points is because other clans who are smaller, let's say Red or Blood, they can essentially just never go for the center, right? If they can get cheaper kills, smaller clans, they will just stay on the sides within the bounds and just keep going for the smaller clans where they get those cheaper, easier points instead of
versus more in the
advancing to
middle.
the center. So it
Yeah.
kind of makes a lot of sense for them to remove that option, so you don't just get points from killing the troops, but more you get points from holding the building. So like at first it was a little bit confusing, but kind of makes sense to me now that I think about it.
Lev was also saying, he's like, don't forget about the alliance rule. That
Right.
Alliances, like, so as an example, like we've worked closely with Giants Reloaded, and so they helped us with Throne this past Throne, and it was there was a lot of help from them when we were playing this time around. So if we were to have them as well, again, if they're okay being like, yeah, we'll help defend your borders and then just reward us for the win. Same thing with Blood. Like, if you guys have some, you know what, Rhett and Blood should just work together.
That's what I was telling everyone. I was
It
like,
would be
in the
so
end, it's just gonna be
unfair.
us.
It would be so unfair.
I mean, a potential strategy can be, and that's what you do during Fury, hold low-level towers to make sure others can score.
Not
So you
advance,
could
yes.
essentially block the entry by just holding 4 of those towers. Maybe agree with your alliance. They also take 4. And basically block the entrance towards the middle and make sure if nobody else can score, even few points, make sure you win.
I think greed is going to play a big factor because no one's going to want to settle, I guess, for minimum points or for second place. That is the one thing that we've seen. It's none of the bigger clans want to settle, and really no one in the game wants to settle for minimum points, minimum kills. So I think greed is going to play a very big role in all of this. So in theory, that would be a perfect scenario where if you can just hold the outer circle and not let anyone go through. But then again, how many people are going to actually like do that versus just want to advance to get those Asgard troops kills, get those extra shards, and possibly win whatever the reward is, especially because they were rumors of them being shaman gear, same like King's gear for heroes. So it seems like a really good reward to just pass up on.
Yeah. And in the video you could see, I mean, there was, I think it's shaman gear. It's gear, obviously, probably shaman gear. There is a counter. I don't know if you realized that. There's a counter on the items. The left one, I don't know, it's a necklace or something. It only allows you to buy it twice. And then there's a staff, and you're allowed to get 4 of them. So you can't get unlimited of these items, as it seems.
Did we already talk about this? About the whole, like, how you're able to only attack connecting bridges?
We kind of went over, but what exactly?
Around 2 minutes 36 seconds, your town cannot reinforce or attack, like, say from the outskirts. So say you're in the border and you're waiting to get in, you cannot reinforce, obviously, troops into like the middle or specific section. Your bridge has to be physically connected to the other one.
Yes.
So kind of, that's interesting.
So you need to kill the first tower, jump on the island, and then start from there. But the question is, if you attacked from the outlands, the first tower in the row, your troops will be in. If you pull them, the tower will get attacked again. So basically, other clan mates will have to jump on this island in order to attack the second tower. Now, because you will be, I think you will be defending the first tower from the outlands.
Yeah.
Right. Now, here's the question that I had for you guys. What are your thoughts on bigger clans, possibly Red and Blood and Spartak, splitting up? If you can only have X amount of players going on to hold those things, why not have 2 clans? Like, Red could easily make 3-4 clans. Blood could easily make 3 or 4 clans. Why not? And do you think that's going to be something that people are going to possibly be doing? Do you think that's something that is going to make it more difficult for others, I guess? Because by the way of the whole thing, I think it seems if you have 30 players, you're good to go. And in between both those clans, there's easily 30 divided by 2. So it's very interesting to see how strategy plays out.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of strategy, just you need.
But then again, we also have the alliances as well.
Yeah, I don't
you
know
gotta
if the
think about
alliance
that.
counts in the 4 towers, or if your
No, it
alliance
wouldn't.
is.
It
You can't
wouldn't.
advance with the alliance, but they could
No.
still hold your
If
backline for you.
if there's a way to coordinate and be like, okay, let's just an example. So we have Rhett, and then we have Giants Reloaded as an example. And let's say we split Rhett up in half, and they create another clan, and they alliance with another one. Technically, yes, there's 2 different alliances, but they could essentially help each other out, and they could. The 2 main clans hold the main areas, but then the other 2 clans are there to protect the borders. And as long as there's some sort of verbal communication, kind of like Discord, you guys could essentially coordinate the whole map and be like, okay, someone needs to hold this section, someone needs to hold this section. Oh, we just lost this section, we need to retake it. Oh, we just lost this section where this needs to be retaken. Oh, let this one go, someone else has it, blah blah blah. And so essentially you could create 4 big clans to help, defend for the purpose of one clan to hold the title. But yeah, there could be 4 big clans essentially just for the sole purpose of one to win.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of makes it very difficult to imagine how it turns out, because
yeah, I think there's going to be a
everyone
ton of
wants to-
clans that join. I think we're going to see a huge merger of clans, because again, this isn't an event for smaller clans that have 5 guys. You're gonna have to have bodies, and I think there's gonna be a bunch of clans that just join up for this purpose and be like, let's unite and work together and try to get something out of it. Or maybe there won't, who knows, maybe it'll be too expensive.
Yeah, that's kind of.
But it's not really that interesting. I mean, it's like hitting throne. It's not that interesting to help you another clan as an alliance, because it's the clan that gets it. So if your alliance clan holds the tower, you as an allied
But then
clan,
you
you're
could
not
take
getting
next.
points.
Yeah, but then you could take you're technically getting points though. You're taking points by holding the buildings. Maybe you don't place first, right? And the reason you don't place first is because you're not holding the center most, because that gives you off the most points. But in theory, if what N3gan just said happens and clans do split up, bigger clans, smaller clans do ally up, what is the odds saying that eventually those smaller alliance clans won't be in the center with the bigger guys just holding the border for no one else to be able to advance and then just placing first? So it's I think there is this whole strategy that could play where people could possibly agree to take turns with it, so they can all get the same benefits. Plus, the ones holding the border still get points by holding the smaller buildings, just not as many as the ones in the center.
Yeah.
Welcome everyone that's in the chat. It's going to be expensive for some. Yeah, I think it's going to be expensive for a lot of people.
Someone says, give me Pioneer 10. That's
Cheap
another
event.
thing. We're going to have to find Pioneer 10.
Right.
That's
Just
going to be a gong show.
Just make sure you have 144 boosters of each kind to be boosted for 24 hours.
144. Let's see how many I have.
I can probably do one Asgard event.
I have. Let's see.
I think the biggest mistake here is that they've made it open to everyone.
Yeah, I think that's a huge mistake.
That's the way the advertisement makes it look. I tried to ask Torin, but didn't get an answer.
Holy crap.
So for me, that seems like the biggest loss. If this was a smaller version of Jot, everyone would have been extremely excited for it, even though they would have probably not made as much of a benefit from it. Like maybe the rewards would have been terrible because it was open to a select few kingdoms. But now that it's open to everyone, I feel like it's going to just be horrible.
It's gonna be a gong show. I feel like there's gonna be so much lag, the game's gonna crash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like you now not only, I mean, maybe it won't, because now you have different towers doing different things, but at the same time, it's gonna be very
I
like heavy.
imagine 100 clans hitting the first ring and hitting it at once. I feel like the first ring, in order to get through, will be even a bigger challenge than it may seem, because the
Mhm.
first ring is gonna essentially be like thrown,
That's the
where everyone's
battlefield,
gonna
yeah.
hit to get it. Yeah.
And you're gonna
Alright.
get kicked. So if another clan takes it, you're gonna get kicked off the island and not be able to attack the second ring. Let's see.
Now I wonder if you're far in, would you truly be kicked all the way out, or could you still have those minimum players that are still holding the far in building still in?
What do you
I
mean?
think
Like say, okay, so say you're like on the third border and you
Right.
kicked out from that one specific section.
right.
It says it's at 3 minutes 18. It says if your clan captures an opponent's tower, all enemy towns on the tower's territory return to the outlands. So
Okay.
if you're in center and another clan captures your tower, you're out basically.
But I think if your clan retakes it, you can just jump back onto it.
If you have access, I think
If you have
you're-
you would
Well,
technically have to go all the way back.
I don't
I
think
agree.
so. I think they're gonna allow you. I don't think you have to go like from beginning to end. I think as long as you're holding a tower, because what's gonna happen is, okay, so say this is the closer to the center, and this is the tower, and then this is the guys that are attacking. Say they kick you, and then everyone here gets kicked out, but then these group of players will then kick these guys out, which will then leave all of these open. You could essentially jump to that location if that's open. That because it doesn't say anything about you having to go back from first ring, second ring, third ring, fourth ring. It just says that if it's open, you can jump to that territory as long as you hold the tower.
yeah, you need
Right?
this,
Unless I read it wrong.
No, you did read it right. The only thing that I would say is, maybe even though you have that, maybe you would have to swap places. So like you could ask someone who's essentially, because there's limited space, you could ask someone, okay, this team's going to go in for the onslaught. You guys jump out and then swap with them one by one. Again, it's going to be a mess because we're essentially talking about splitting into 4 teams to hold 4 different buildings. And if your whole team gets kicked every time your building's taken, you would have to do the whole thing again. And the thing that I'm having a really tough time imagining is how your towns get placed around that building. Is it after the successful onslaught, anyone that reinforces by default gets placed there, or do you have to jump
You
there?
have
Like
to
what exactly
jump
needs to
there.
happen?
It says that is 3 minutes 24. It says now your clan can send reinforcements to the tower and place clan members' town on its territory. So you need to jump there.
Do you think the building's going to be shielded for like a couple seconds until you can
That's
jump?
what I was wondering as well, because I mean, if you need to jump,
I don't think
you
so, because
can
it says,
reinforce.
didn't they say it's going to be very fast paced? I thought I read somewhere that it's going to be very fast paced. So as soon as it's taken, like, I don't think there's going to be a shield. You're going to have to either quickly retake it,
Don't think so.
or reinforce it as fast as you can.
Yeah, I think so. You need to pull and then jump and then either OS
think-
or reinforce.
Just like a thought process of what you might have to do is, if you have 2, let's see, you have 3. So technically you can have a full OS with 2 people or 3 people. 1, 2, 3. You could have 4 OSs. Like, so I'm looking at this one picture, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 slots. So with that, you can have 3 or 4 OSs. If you have 4 OSs set on one tower that's moving forward, you can have 3 attack and 1 as like a backup, and have that one running for like 8 hours. you jump to that location, and if that gets kicked out right away, that OS that is still technically running for the 8th hour or for 8 hours can quickly send the march to try to retake if that one gets taken quickly. Just like tactics to think of. I mean, I don't know, because we
One
do that
question.
with.
The OS, is this OS already marching, you mean, or is the OS
No,
just set?
it's just set and ready to go. It's kind of like what we do with Throne, right? Like we have
Yeah.
10 OSs, 5 of them go at a time, and then we retake it, and then you guys will have, maybe you'll have 2 OSs ready to set to quickly kick us out, but then we'll have something set to quickly kick you out. Like I've seen this a couple times, like during Throne hits, where we have 5 or 6 OSs technically, 4 of them or 5 of them go and kick you guys out. Then we hold for like, I don't know, 3 seconds. Then we're kicked out immediately. And then and then we go and kick you guys out. And then you guys go and kick us out. And then it's like, great, now we got to reset all over again and try to.
It happens so often, yeah. This was
There's one
essentially
thing-
what we were doing
There's
last
one
chat.
thing you need to consider. It wasn't mentioned in this video, it was in the last one. Have a look at the last video, the first one. You know, what was it, the 30-second video?
Yeah,
And
we're
where they
just like showing the.
Exactly. They show different rings, and in the first ring, it has 14 slots. So 14 towns can jump there. Then the next one has 2 less already. So it only has 12. And then it's getting less and less. So
Yeah.
you lose power the more you advance towards the middle.
And that's why I was saying your strongest players may want to be in the middle, because you're not going to be able to have as many people reinforcing.
In the middle, it's basically 3. In the first video, it was 3
Well,
slots.
Now, here's my question. Theoretically speaking, if the first tower has 150 million capacity, right? Very small capacity. Do you think the last tower is going to have like 400 million every time we go up a ring? The reinforcement capacity increases. Again, we know reinforcement is way more than 150, but just thinking about it, do you think it's going to be like that? Because I can't imagine every clan, like all the bigger clans, advancing all the way just to get kicked and then resetting all the way from the beginning. It feels like something doesn't make sense. It almost feels like if you get to the center, it's going to be extremely impossible to kick you. And that's why the store is going to come into play by all those 300, 400 million onslaught capacity things.
Wasn't mentioned anywhere how many capacity those towers have, right? I can't remember having it seen anywhere. No, so we don't know it. It could be that they have different sizes. I mean, it could be interesting to have the first ones with small capacity and the inner ones with higher capacity.
I would think so. I would honestly think so, because it would just not make sense. Like going in, especially if they're going to introduce 400 million OS capacity, if it's going to be like 340 million, or we already know it takes 2 or 3 onslaughts to kick you with 330 in Throne. So kind of wouldn't make sense if it doesn't change, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a question. Will alliances be able to combine in Asgard? Yeah. I mean, it was announced as an alliance event, kind of.
It said alliances will play an important role.
But it would have been funny to... I mean, it's replacing a kingdom event. Would have been fun to do kingdoms against kingdoms.
Yeah, it would have. I don't think Torin will be joining us today, guys.
He
I don't
said
see him.
he could,
no.
but you never know.
I doubt it. He would have joined in the first 10 minutes of the stream.
Didn't he give you a thumbs up on your
Yeah,
link?
he gave me a thumb
The
like that.
Italian bad word.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's probably just listening and
Right.
watching.
Torin, if you're listening.
I'm watching your town names. Nothing changed so far. How's your gold
Yeah,
doing, Negan?
I still have my gold.
I'm still at 1 billion, so now that I maxed my all my knowledge. It sucked, but I'm done.
Negan's finally maxed.
Now
Congrats.
I could save my gold. until the next
How do you
one.
know if Thorn joins? If he joins, we get a system message probably.
Yeah,
Maybe
usually he'll
Negan gets banned.
again.
Yeah. He changes our name usually when he joins. He could just be spying. He probably is laughing at us.
Do you think the new Asiers will be something you purchase in here inside Asgard?
The store they showed doesn't show Aesir. They just showed town skin, hero skin, and gear. Probably the new shaman gear.
But I mean, that's just what they showed there. Who knows? Maybe it changes every
Yeah.
Asgard event.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing
I
is,
hope not. I hope not. To be honest.
Because then that means only select clans will be able to
Exactly. Again, it's a good thing to increase the gap in power. I think people need to realize that with everyone being maxed, we plateau. The game plateaus to a point beyond, it being fun anymore. But at the same time, it's not fun not having it. Like I sometimes feel extremely jealous at people. Bless you. Bless you, thanks too. I feel extremely jealous sometimes when people have King's gear and I don't. Like
Yo.
because we just want it because it's so rare, right?
Yeah.
So it would
And
just
it
makes
makes
me feel
training
like
so
that again.
cheap.
I don't think I'll ever get it.
I don't think I will.
I don't
ever
think
get
I'm
it either.
ever gonna get it unless who is it? The Ginger King or Oxy or Bee are feeling generous one day. Camel. If you guys are watching this, for my birthday maybe.
Can they give it to other clan members from a different kingdom in a different clan? I'm with you in spirit if you choose.
Just saying, my birthday's next month.
What's your opinion on the chief being able to choose who gets rewards in the store? We kind of like touched on it, but we never got into it. What's your guys' opinion on it?
I think it's gonna be hard. I think it's gonna be very selective to who obviously performs the most. Because like I'll do as much as I can, but my credit card can only go up to a certain limit, right? So I think it's gonna be hard, and I feel like it's gonna be very selective to those that perform the most, and they might look at those that are doing their best, but in reality, those that perform the most are the ones that are consistent and will be able to do more the next time as well.
And in most cases, those guys will be elders, which kind of makes everyone kind of feel a little bit disappointed. But there is a reason they're elders. They're always on. They're always playing those events, and they're always spending. So to me, it makes sense. But for smaller clans, it could kind of be difficult.
Yeah, I think it is what it is at the end of the day. Like being in Ret, I knew going into Ret, I wasn't expecting any King's gear. I wasn't expecting any special treatment being a streamer. I just wanted to have fun playing with them and having a new experience playing with Ret, which has been the case. And like even now, I don't expect anything in return for being with them and all that. But I think some people will for sure be butthurt because they're not getting the specific coins that they might want. But
it's always difficult when it's an individual deciding who gets what. It's always creating conflicts.
At the same time, to be fair, sorry, I'm losing my. To be fair, though, I think everyone should be able to vote, or like everyone is able to see their scores, so they can kind of guess who's gonna get it.
Talking about
I think
vote,
they pretty much talk about it, right?
I got a comment from Francie Wancy. He says, "I can't decide who of you three is the most ugly. Let's make a poll."
He's not even on my stream.
My bot tagged his comment, but I allowed it just for the laugh.
Who's uglier? Hound?
I don't know. It's probably me.
It's so freaking obvious.
It's probably me because I need to hide under a mask.
All right, I asked the community. We'll see what they say.
It's me. The entire community. Every time they go on Negan's channel, I just get bullied. I get bullied for my presence. God damn it.
Even though sometimes you save the stream, right?
I guess so. I was being bullied so hard that time. It was actually funny.
Yeah.
By Torin, out of all people.
Yeah, and everybody joined in.
Yeah.
That's why statistically 9 out of 10 think that bullying is funny.
There you go.
Alright.
That's don't lie.
Oh, R4 is winning. He's the ugliest.
I got the ugly award. I'm proud of that.
I'm
27 votes,
kind
though.
of scared to see R4 if he doesn't have like this beard. I feel like if I see him and he doesn't have a beard, then I would be scared. I don't know.
Hell yeah, I get scared
they're
every
all
morning.
beautiful. Georad gets extra cookie points. Wait, you shave it every morning?
I had a beard, but this one is not real.
That's fine. We
Right.
should get Bones in here.
We should. That's what I was
Bones,
telling.
Bones, are you watching the stream?
See, he didn't comment so far on mine.
He hasn't commented mine.
Wait,
Amber, is Bones around?
And also almost dancing. What are you talking about, X? Is Amber watching yours?
Sorry, Storm. This is a guys only stream.
There's nothing to win here. You can leave.
Right, there isn't a giveaway or anything.
She's winning every giveaway, so.
Oh, can be. What's up?
People on my chat don't agree that the chief should decide.
Who should decide then? Players?
Performance.
You think players? Performance. I think the chief will decide based on performance in most cases. At least here in Blood, it's that way. They don't just give it to people. They give it to people who perform.
No, I only sing Torrent Shark if Torrent steals my gold.
Luckily, I didn't have to dance or sing for him yet.
No, Hound had to.
I had to dance
he
instead of
danced
you.
while I was gone. He would have
Yeah.
made me dance, but I was gone. I was busy.
Yeah, and
Being
one thing
bullied
is,
and forced to dance. Yep.
there seems to be a limited stock of those town skins. I think that can be very controversial. I mean, they
The
showed.
question that I have is: do you think the town skin or the store?
Wait.
do you think
Limited
that's going to be a
stock? What does
global
that mean?
store?
Jump, if you
You
have the
can't
video up,
spend all
jump
of
to
your
3 minute
points there.
54 and look at there's you see the store on the right side, and it has a number below the item. So the
Three.
the left one has 2 times, then 4 times, 5 times, 7 times. That's the amount of times you can purchase it.
Oh.
So total red will only get 12,
yeah, okay.
12 town skins, and that's it.
But this is the store that the chief can buy, right?
Yeah.
And only the chief can buy this.
And only the chief, and he can gift
And
it.
he gives that out to whoever he wants to give it out to. Gotcha. Man,
So
you're gonna
preferably
have to
to
collect a lot of
streamers,
coins.
obviously, for
Obviously.
yeah.
Wait 1 second, maybe. Oh no, never mind. Sorry, I saw a bunch of messages in the content creator server, but
How do we invite someone into the group, Hound?
I can do that actually.
Here, invite
do it.
Bones. He said he needs like 10 minutes, but
Okay, great.
Invite.
Right.
Oh, I do have Bones here. There.
Francie Wancy has more questions. I'm not sure if we answer this because of your
I've added
uniqueness.
Bones here, so
Yeah.
you should be able to join.
Can you attack towns in Asgard?
That
Yeah, I think
finally
so.
makes 4 of us, and my screen looks good. R4, apparently you destroyed someone's T1s with 50 million T6, and they're not too happy about it. How could you do that?
Yes, I remember I got a not so happy message after this telling me I will get big and then I will burn you.
Oh god. I wish people would burn me, honestly. I feel like it's been so long. Like when you actually hit me the other
Oh.
day, I was like, whoa, something's
Negan,
off. Someone hit
Scout me now, talking about getting burned.
Oh, he has no more scouts.
Someone finished the rest of my scouts. I'm done with scouts. I have.
Oh, really? You have no more scouts?
Nope. I think I have just a few left. I don't know.
A few
maybe.
million or a few like
No.
thousand?
I tell you. Wait a second. I can tell you.
Oh, there we go.
how many I have
Yeah,
left.
there we go. I just scouted.
No, I have like 3T7 and 6098. That's it. My scouts are dead.
Shoot, where's my? Dang it.
And I will put the video out about who did it. Still need to do some fine tuning on the video, and then you will know.
Was it Lev?
Yeah, it was Lev.
It was
And
Lev.
he sent a crazy amount of T7. Insane. Never seen this before.
What the hell? Where's my? I can't find my window. That's not it.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Francie Wendy has some questions for Torrin. Torrin is not there, or he's not showing, he's just listening. But we will gather these questions, I think, and maybe do a Q&A. I don't know, we are allowed to do Q&As. That's probably
I think I'm just gonna
question.
download the video from Facebook and post it on my channel. Everyone else has done it. At this point.
I saw two people doing it, and I thought like, okay, guys.
I mean, even the Russians are doing it, so...
A third one is not needed.
I'm just gonna leave it be. This will be the chat about Asgard for me.
True.
or breakdown and chatting.
I really wish Torrin would have showed up today, especially after...
Apparently I'm the ugliest. I'm at 59%.
That was the result?
Oh, did the results turn?
Who was second place?
Second place was R4, and then Hound was last.
People are too kind to me today.
Yeah.
I either get bullied or I get liked by people. There isn't an in-between.
That's because your thumbnails are photoshopped.
Exactly. My eyes are too big, like they're bulgy. Right.
Have you guys
I really wish Torrin would have showed up, though.
Yeah, it would have been
especially
sweet.
For...
all three of us are here, man.
No, just because we also had that whole Asgard thing.
Yeah,
the trailer. So there's a lot of questions. Even I have a lot of questions.
Son of a... looks like...
After hit, I'm texting you, you're a subscriber, don't hunt your subscriber. Oh, apparently he told you that he's a subscriber and you were still hitting him. God, I'm dead.
Oops. Yeah, sometimes...
You're so mean.
If I smell blood, then...
How cunning you are. You ask such a question.
Usually I stop. I mean, if I realize...
the thing is, if I was in your place and I was going that whole frenzy mode where I'm not really thinking and trying to break someone's scouts, I wouldn't have time to see their message. I would just be spamming.
Wait, what is that march? There's a march marching towards you, Hound.
There is?
I think that's someone's Odin that is marching through your city. Wait a second, what's that?
Alright, are we gonna attack this or what?
Yeah, Tell is running.
Yeah, Tell is running. That's the alliance to blood.
N3gan, you need to jump and attack this?
I know. I'm waiting for the clan to see what they say.
Oh, that is... that's crazy. We also have Stronghold Siege, damn it. And I'm not in. Yes.
My head's itchy.
I'm not sure if I understand the question from Crazy Horse. Wait, I'm gonna read it out loud. Maybe that makes sense. He says, what makes sense is to allow clans to capture towers and let them remain for a while, then allow another to enter. This way everyone gets a chance at the equipment.
I think, is he talking? Oh yeah, he is! There he is! Bones!
Hey!
What up? Hold on, I gotta create a new freaking image for you.
I also need
I'm the only one that was equipped for Bones showing up. Oh, finally.
I don't know if my camera is showing up or not.
Nope. Not for me.
Yeah,
I can see you. I can see you. You're good to go.
Really?
Okay, awesome sauce.
Start up your stream because we're trying to stream for 24 hours.
Start up my stream.
Yeah, we're doing a 24-hour stream, all three of us. Now you
Yeah,
joined us.
yeah.
You gotta join.
Oh, good Lord. I'm in the middle of an SH series right now.
No, I'm kidding.
I was like, oh Lord. I'm like, yeah, this is how you okie doke a streamer, right?
Yeah,
Join just for a friendly chat. Oh, by the way, now that you're here.
By the way,
18 hours.
you're live now. Yeah.
24-hour stream. Get in.
I gotta
Got all
fix
three of you
everyone's
now.
cameras now.
Yeah, same here. I just did that.
I've been thinking,
Discussing the new Asgard, right?
King's March.
Well,
How
yeah.
big of an impact do you think that's going to have in Asgard?
we'll see.
Right
We
now,
will see.
Wildflower has 136 million in an onslaught.
Who does?
Wildflower King.
Yeah, Bees was 157. I think.
We had Unity maxed. His was
Oh, you gotcha.
higher.
Yeah, it was like 150.
I just thought about it. Yeah, 136. Imagine one person sends you 136 million T7s, T8s.
That's pretty cool.
Oh.
Gonna hit like a Mack truck.
There we go. All right, we have all 4 streamers. That's pretty sick.
Well, I want to see how you guys set it up because my stream looks.
Actually, I want to see.
It
all
looks
your guys.
cozy, but it looks weird, I guess.
I'm quite proud I was able to get all 3 of you in one picture. And you even see my towns. So
Oh, you
our 3
got us,
towns.
and we also see the chat.
Where is? Oh, I don't have chat on mine.
Yeah.
I've disabled that.
Mine is the all-in menu. You get everything. You even get avatars.
I don't know whose stream I'd have to watch for which chat at this point.
There's so many.
Hey,
Yeah, I want to see
Eli.
Hounds. Where's Hounds?
I
Hound stream.
took the easiest way.
Oh,
out.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're not even showing anything. It's just us chatting in the chat.
Exactly. That's it.
That's pretty easy. Nice and
A
simple.
marathon runs for us to like make Torin run from stream to stream right here. We just all do it at the same time.
Okay, so that's yours. Let's see R4's. I gotta find R4. Where's R4? Ah, shoot.
On top of all your subscriptions.
Or
Oh, Negan did the 4 corners thing.
Yeah.
That's quite cool. How do you guys have it so I'm flipped? Like I'm on this side, but then you guys have me looking at the other side.
I think there's a setting to flip it.
Oh.
Yeah, you can flip it.
What the hell?
Hound's
Stop
doing
flipping
backflips
me.
now.
No, they're just flipping me. All of them keep flipping me.
Oh.
What am I even talking about?
Oh,
I'm getting
crap.
flipped.
Yeah, left some
So how's your day going, Bones?
So far it's going alright.
And what do you think about the Asgard event, bro?
Did you watch the video?
I love it.
No,
love it.
I did watch the video. So I think we're gonna see a home gang with towers, dare I say, and meet the yacht. Yeah, I really think like this is gonna be the thing of like, you know, you don't have to opt in like home gang, like we don't have to obviously sign up because it's just a legendary competition. So there's no, you know, I mean, it's kind of cool because we're not gonna have to cater to time zones. Because I know, like, I mean, for R4, home gang starts like the first slot would I think be like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
I know for like me, first slot's like 8 p.m. So I mean, it's not that bad for me. But for some of my clannies, you know, it's 1, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I know like you guys, it wouldn't be that bad either. I mean, I think Hound, you're like an hour off me, so it'd be like 9, 10 at night, and
Yeah.
Negan, it'd be like 6 or 7 because I think you're an hour the opposite from me. But
That starts at 6 p.m.
so it's like, I mean, it's not that bad for home gang for some of us, but for obviously for the European and then obviously the Russian players, the time frames are just a nightmare to schedule. But with Asgard, you know, I mean, it being a legendary competition like we have for Yacht, it's kind of, you know, I mean, it's just kind of open based. Show up, smash a tower, or show up and reinforce, snag a tower, or try to smash somebody out of a tower, or just fool around in the Badlands with your shield down and try to get some shards.
But do you think people are going to be going, like, bigger clans obviously will probably not be going for towns?
Probably not. I mean, like honestly, I mean, that's something I would honestly divert to you and N3gan. Like, I haven't played in a big clan for a couple years now. I mean, what do you guys think? Like, how often during like yacht does ret or blood really go for towns? When your focus is the throne,
I'm
right?
being honest, 0. If we're doing throne, the only times we hit towns is solo play, scouts.
Yeah.
You don't really
That's
see anyone
understandable.
OSing a town.
You
If you're
can't.
going for throne.
You,
It just gets too
it's just
confusing.
boring. It's yeah, confusing for one, but it's just not the same as what it was when Jot first opened up.
Because it's
Before
only
you were
T1 and T4 traps, man.
exactly.
It's just so annoying.
We can't burn, like, there's no satisfaction in killing a lot of T1s and then someone's shields. It's just like, what the heck?
Right.
But
Even if you list,
boring.
like, you remember back in the day, I mean, you would have 6 onslaughts on someone. You send them. Obviously, first 5 are gonna bounce. 6th one's gonna burn the guy. Now,
Yeah,
if you have 6
yeah.
onslaughts on someone, all 6 are gonna bounce, and you probably don't even get to whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you need T4s, T7s.
and then-
you're not gonna get there. You're just
And
gonna
then
get
most of the time, like, I mean, I'm noticing now most of the time in yacht, you do find a burnable town. You get like 1 or 2 hits in, and they're like, oh, shield.
T1 obviously.
And it's like, so, I mean, I'm gonna say that it's probably gonna be more of that for the smaller clans. I mean, like my clan. I mean, let's face it. Like, even if we didn't split for an alliance, we'd be like a 21 T clan. Like, the chances of us going in a tower against like red or blood, it's not gonna happen. I mean,
Right.
like, even if we were all max players, we're not gonna have the numbers.
But
You know
that's
what I
the
mean?
thing.
Like-
That's one thing that we were kind of going over before you joined us. Is we think that the bigger clans are going to be pushed up further into the higher towers. So then, hypothetically, there's one of 2 scenarios essentially going to happen. Either all small clans will be hitting on the first ring, and you would see something like the throne where everyone is constantly hitting T6 onslaughts. I don't know, whatever, and just
Maybe.
going for that first tower because
But-
that's what they want to hold. Or you would see bigger clans, as we were saying, just hold even the
borders.
first ring. Yeah,
Yeah.
so no one else goes in.
But here's the other thing: is like they said, if you remember, we can hold a total of 4 towers, 5
4,
towers.
yeah.
Right.
4.
So-
It's 4.
So I mean, where would the plus be for like I mean, so you guys are in clans with like a lot of members.
Mm-hmm.
You're
No.
like, you run into reinforcement limit problems, right? Like, you can
Yeah.
only have so many in like the throne or in like a fury tower. So what do? You spread out.
And that's what we were saying is, like, do you
So-
think people are going to split clans? Essentially, is blood going to turn into 4 bloods? Is ret going to turn into 4 rets? What do you
I
think is
don't
going to
know.
happen?
I mean, so there's been a thing for a while that's been they referred to it as pre-planting. I know a couple of you guys might understand what I mean. So it's like, if our SH is full, and like Hound's in my clan and he's not in our SH,
Mhm.
like, we tell him to stage a march and start marching slow. You know what I mean? Like
From far.
whatever your hike site is. Yeah, exactly. And so you pre-plant in, and it's like when the numbers rotate out, you run in. So I mean,
That's the one thing
there's-
that's going to be difficult, though, because it
Exactly.
only says everyone can reinforce from right next to the tower.
Mm.
which
Yeah,
is
it has
right.
to be linking bridges.
Exactly, which is why would you move to the inner rings?
For points.
So why wouldn't you stage at the outer ring and then bridge in to the inner ring to keep your reinforcement line from coming in?
But you get more points
highlighted.
in the inner circle.
You're
so
taking a risk, essentially. Yeah.
Exactly.
But
I mean, I
again,
don't-
what I mean is, if blood or red splits into 4 clans, all the 4 clans are holding 4 different linking bridges.
Yeah.
Making sure they
Right.
don't hit each other. That's not against the rules.
Nope.
Technically, that's
Not at
4
all.
different clans agreeing not to hit each other. And
Well,
on
here's
top
the
of
other
it, you
thing.
can have extra alliances.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They can ally with each other. Is this where we're gonna see two top-ranked 5 clans allied together?
Because right now, I mean, if we're being honest, what's the point of Blood, all of their players being in one clan? What's the point of it? It only makes sense in Jot. Because Jot, you need everyone to be in there together. The same thing with Ret. I feel like they don't need everyone. Even if they're facing CVC, they just need 20 people at most. 30 people at most. And if they're all able to show up at the same time zone, they're good to go.
Yeah.
There's
I don't
another
know.
aspect. It's the amount of skins that you can actually get. If you're a huge
Right.
clan, then you will only have 12 skins for the whole clan. If you are smaller, you have a higher chance of actually getting one because
Exactly.
yeah.
Right. Well, I
My
mean, it's
point
the
exactly,
same thing.
yeah.
It's the same kind of thing of like when we talk on our streams. We're looking at the numbers and we're like, okay, I've got 10 to 15 of these to give away. There's 50 people or there's 30 people in the stream. You have a 2 to 1 odd of you all, you know what I mean? Of you all getting one. Like, so,
We have 2 now.
like, versus, like, I mean, obviously, if our clans were to rank, R4 and I would have better chances of getting skins than, like, you two. Like, just by pure number odds. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
you guys,
yeah.
obviously, in the bigger clans have a higher chance of ranking as a clan. But, like,
But
when
then
it
by the
comes
time
to...
it gets to us, yeah.
Exactly.
So you will
Bro,
potentially gather
I
a
have
lot
to
of
say, I've been doing really good lately in my clan, so maybe I do get some stuff. But yeah, theoretically speaking, if we do place, it's going to be a mess because there's just 100 people that need to get rewarded and there isn't enough to go around.
Yeah, at one point I think a clan will have a lot of medals and not being able to spend them probably because the amount of items you can purchase in the store is just limited.
But then
So
do you
it's-
think they will not refresh the store?
I don't know.
They don't
Like,
refresh
that'll-
the seasonal one either. There
Maybe
are
the
some
store, maybe it just doesn't run out because it is a legendary store, legendary company.
There's got to be something in the store. I mean, I pushed the video to that part where they show the store, but I think there's going to be other stuff in the store that just doesn't run out. Maybe big boosts that they can give to players who, if we're using 140, you said 14 for 24 hours.
100 yeah.
Yeah. So if we're doing that, I guess they could win back big boosts and get rewarded.
Well, and I mean, what about the thing of like we've seen where they're talking about potentially giving us the ability to farm them or earn them too?
Franzi just said, let's see who even has the T8s to hold the tower all the time.
Everyone's going to start
Yeah,
using
fair point.
T7s. It's going
Yeah.
to be T7
I think-
reinforced, half of it with T8 in the back,
Yeah.
and then refresh your T7 wall. Because no one's going to onslaught you like 50 times in a row. It's going to be 4 or 5 onslaughts probably.
Well, and even like
Yeah.
like you two, I imagine like you can burn through a pretty hefty number of T8s or T7s, right?
Yeah.
Like in
The
like
Fury
Fury
where
or
we
the Throne.
faced Ret, in the last 30 minutes of that Fury, I lost 1.8 billion T8s. In the last 30 minutes. Just one Fury game.
Yeah,
And
so like,
before that, I had lost barely any troops. It was
But
just
here's
going
the
so
other-
slow.
here's the other question. So like you guys do yacht, you play Fury hard because you're in a top clan, and you do now you'll have Asgard and home gangs.
What do you
Are
do
we gonna
exactly?
are we gonna see top clan burnout?
And then that's the point where I was kind of agreeing with N3gan. Why don't the top clans align and avoid hitting each other? There's so many other clans that you could fight against. Why not?
I think it comes down to a pride thing. But like in my head, I've thought it so many times. I'm like, man, if we wanted to, Ret could hold. Same thing with Throne, but like Ret could hold Throne for 1 week or one event, and then the next one, Blood can hold it. And like we just don't do it. Like we just leave it alone, and Blood could literally dominate. And then vice versa, and like it would go back and forth. But obviously, it comes down to it's the competitiveness. It's like we are Ret, we are Blood, and it comes to the clash of who will hold it. And so,
in all honesty, be honest, Negan. Does it not feel amazing to not know who's going to win Throne this time? It's
yeah,
like it's all the anticipation. You spend 48 hours online reinforcing,
yeah. This
and
past one
you
I
don't
wasn't
even
on
know who
a
wins
lot.
it in the end.
Yeah, I wasn't very active this last one, but the Throne before that, like I was pretty active. I was even hosting, which was pretty cool. Um, yeah, it was fun. The anticipation, like you said, like who's actually going to be holding it, who's going to
But
be
the
the
burnout is real.
yeah.
I don't see how everyone's going to manage to pull through every event.
I think I
Somehow they
think
need to figure something out.
I think it's going to be very T7 heavy. Although they said T8s are going to be very crucial, I think T8s are going to be crucial when you're in the center to hold. But the borders, I think it's all going to be T7s. It's going to be a lot of battles of T7s, maybe T6s. Kind of like with Throne, even now, like we don't use a lot of T8s. Like we use T8s when we're trying to hold every once in a while against you guys, but T7s are mostly what are being used, and then T6s to kick each other out, right? It's very back and forth. Like it makes no sense to do a lot of back and forth T8 kicks unless you're trying to actually hold it. But even then, it's going to be very like in Throne. It's easier to kick each other out, whereas in this, we're going to be very limited to who is actually going to reinforce what specifically and who's going to be able to attack which tower specifically, because it's all going to be dependent on the bridge that you're able to go to. So
Right.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, I guess. Oh, we can't hear you. Something's going on with your mic.
Better?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. I said, meanwhile, R4 and I will be sitting back with our popcorn.
That's probably what we're gonna do. Yeah.
Probably, I'm gonna sit back too. I mean,
Hold on, I'll be
it
back.
depends. It depends. What I was gonna say though is, if they kind of mess with the reinforcement capacity, it would make it more interesting. I don't want to like go all the way to the center with like 6 people to hold a tower with like 330 million capacity. That'd be
Yeah.
kind of.
I mean, there could be a chance for small clans if all the big clans are in the middle and stuck there, basically. Then small clans can give it a try on the outer ones that are not so contested or not so heavily reinforced.
I feel like the outer ones are going to be a mess.
Yeah, but once the big clans are in, they try to advance towards the
middle. But they need to hold at
say.
least one bridge, right, to be able to go back and forth.
But wait a second, I count the bridges. 1, 2, 3. 6, 27, 28, 29. 29 bridges, is that possible? It does like make sense. So 20, 27, what did I just say? Towers on the outside. If you just need one.
I guess, but there's a lot of bigger clans compared to all those small ones.
Right. Well, I mean, like we're seeing a lot of 40, you know what, like 30, 40 and up clans now. T clans that we didn't have before. Like before there was a pretty good sized gap between like after you got out of the top 5 influence. You know, I mean, you went down like your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots on the top of your influence, and then there was a good like, you know, almost 100 T gap right there. Like now anymore, it's like the top 40. You know what I mean? Like there is no like top 3 to 5 defined anymore. It's like now there's the top 40.
Right.
So I mean, and I think with the amount of troops that might be needed for this, we might be seeing, you know, maybe a top 60. Like, I mean, if people are gonna train that much in preparation for it. I mean,
I feel like there's going to be something in the game that makes it very difficult for everyone to play. Like, there needs to be something that makes onslaughts much more powerful, and something that makes defenses much more powerful. And I'm not talking about the new hero skins. There's going to be something that not everyone's going to have. Possibly it's going to be the stuff that's going to be there in the store, which would makes sense. The more you hold the throne, the stronger you are next time in Jot. The more
there'll
you hold
definitely
the
have to be-
Asgard, probably.
Definitely
Same
have
thing.
to be major bonuses.
Right.
And I mean, are we looking at bonuses per league? We're thinking.
I don't
Yeah.
even know if there is a league.
I don't know if there's league, but the bonuses are for the whole month, isn't it? For a
Yeah.
whole
They
month.
are.
Yeah.
They are.
Mm.
Well, I
It's
just felt
just
like
so
obviously
crazy.
you wouldn't give a League of Masters clan like the same bonus as a League of Asgard, right?
Well, they kind of do get the same bonuses in home game, right?
Mhm.
200%.
Yeah.
So
They
The
can
same.
fight for him, yeah.
I guess so. The thing that really makes me think is, do you think do you think Jot is going to be the secondary event once Asgard is out? Do you think Asgard is
No.
going to win over Jot for bigger
No.
clans at least?
I don't think so. Well, okay, I mean, like, you're in Blood. Is Blood gonna go, oh, look, Asgard, we're not taking the throne this time? Or is
But it
Red gonna go,
depends,
oh,
it
we're not
really
trying for the
depends.
yacht throne, we're gonna go for Asgard?
I think
You
it
know what I
really
mean?
depends. If Red doesn't go for Asgard, and Blood goes all out,
Oh, true.
they probably won't play Throne that month. They would still go to Jot and play Jot, but maybe not go for Throne and save for Asgard the next one. It would make sense.
Right.
But I mean, again, pride and everything, they might just go for both. And I don't think Red's gonna sit out, to be honest. So yeah.
No.
If there's the chance to get King's Gear, those clans are gonna take it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where I was going with, is like, I mean, you'll have, the more you go for the throne and yacht, the more King's Gear is going to be available in your clan. Because I'm sure not everybody in both clans has King's Gear.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just using, obviously using Red and Blood as an example here. I mean, because
Right, you're right,
then-
you're correct.
But
Yeah.
I mean, so like you obviously all don't have King's Gear. So I mean, the more they go for the throne of yacht, the more King's Gear they can distribute through their clan, which is going to make them stronger in Asgard. The more they go for Asgard, the more potential they have for the Empress Gear or the Emperor Gear for Shaman, which is going to make them stronger in, Fury, DVC. Like, I mean, at that point, we're going to see clans start to stack up on the amount of legendary gear they have. And, like, that's where I meant, like, do you really think, like, your clan's not going to go for the yacht throne? I mean, King's Gear.
But I mean, the thing to keep in mind is King's Gear really doesn't play a big role in players or in accounts. King's Gear is usually used for onslaught capacity.
Right.
I think N3gan can agree with me. And
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
so with Asgard being a new event, doesn't that mean that people are going to play Asgard more often and not really care about King's Gear, especially if all their onslaught setters have King's Gear? So they don't really need Throne.
Maybe. Like, I mean...
But are we going to require more onslaughters for
Asgard?
For Asgard?
Exactly.
Probably.
Because let's just say we're like, oh, you know what? Let's hold all of the towers. You're gonna have more than 6-7 onslaughters. Sorry, I'm eating food.
Right. Well, you'd think.
But you would be
mean-
only able to hold 4, though.
Yeah.
Wait,
Right, but
okay,
I mean,
so
if
we can
you're-
only hold 4 at a time, like in total.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. But that doesn't mean you can't only attack 4.
No,
You
you
know what I
could
mean?
attack more than 4, yes.
Exactly.
But then
But I mean,
again,
like-
we were talking about this whole attack thing, is you don't get points, you just get shards.
Right.
So,
But here's the interesting thing, though, is like, so they said that you have to attack the Asgard Guardians first out of the tower, right?
Yeah.
Lev
Like, I
said,
mean-
don't forget the 400 OS size, guys.
Right, but are they going to, like, are the I think it was R4 that brought up on his live that the Guardians in the tower, when he was like, interesting thought, are they going to respawn those? So like, if I hit them out, if I hit the Guardians out of the towers
Yeah.
and I don't take the tower, are the tower Guardians going to respawn? Like, if you hit it and it's not me hitting it, are the tower Guardians going to respawn there? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so. I think once the Guardians are gone, they're gone. But I think the Guardians are going to be very difficult to kick. I feel like it's going to cost a lot of troops to kick them. Just the Guardians, especially in the center.
It would be free shards. That doesn't sound like what they would do.
No,
I don't know, man.
Do you not remember when?
Every
Okay,
time they
well,
say there's
you might
free
have not been
something, I get
playing
scared.
R4. You might have not been playing when they added Fury though.
Oh Lord,
Level
no.
1 tower, dude. I was
Oh.
maxed T7, and back then being max T7 was quite rare, honestly. And I'm not trying to brag, but max T7, I could not even break level 2, level 3. I could break level 1 towers with a lot of losses.
Wow.
And 2 or 3 were impossible for solo clans.
It wasn't for quite a while that we were, before we were maxing like level 1 through like 3 or 4, let alone like now we're, now there's people solo OSing all the way up to like what, 13, 14, higher?
14, yeah.
I mean,
I got to level 5 with T1s because they're quick.
I just use Cav T4s for everything, for every level. And
I have Siege, so I need to take lower tiers to be quick.
Man, I'm rocking all 5 troop types right now, so I just kind of go what I've got left depending on the power around here.
Just go with Cav T4s, bro. Get all of them. That's essentially me. Every time we have Fury, I just go for towers. I'm really quick at that.
Do we know if the event's gonna take place on Friday or Saturday, replacing KVKR?
I don't know. I mean the update.
I agree with you, X.
What'd X say?
What did he say?
He said free shards, no way. It's gonna cost a ton of T8s, which is gonna cost a ton of shards.
Exactly. Like, okay, Hound, I will give you 1 mil shards if you OS me with 25 mil T8 next yacht.
Right.
I mean, like, where's the return here? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even if the towers are easy to get through, I feel like the shards that you would need would be astronomical. And again, that's the reason I was saying maybe clans are going to lay off of Throne. I could see Blood or Ret laying off of Throne. Maybe still taking Throne and being king, but not going as hard with T8s, saving their T8s for Asgard. Because I feel like Asgard is gonna need a ton more than we would think.
I think it's going to depend on. I think it might depend on bonuses and stuff too, though.
Franzi said or he thinks he read 400 OS size will be just for towns. Is that something that you guys have read?
It's something that you could win, I believe.
There was actually
so we can't use it on these towers. They can only be used towards attacking towns.
I can't remember who did
it was Torrent saying it. He said, hey, I still have it. He says, I have some fresh news. Maybe in the Battle of Asgard, you will be able to get boosts that increase the maximum number of troops when assaulting towns.
Oh, okay.
And then he stated 3 options, 200, 300, and 400 million.
Well, that would take away the T1 wall.
Yeah, but it doesn't really specify if it's only for towns, but the way he words it, I guess it can be interpreted as towns.
He said when assaulting towns. That's what he said. Wait a second. I sent you the image.
I'm pretty sure it means towns only. And there was a lot of people that wasn't happy about that.
Mm.
I mean, Hound, how many OSs do you say it would take for you to get through your wall?
They wouldn't be able to get through my wall.
At all.
I honestly feel like 300, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like at the current moment, if someone hits me with a full T7 onslaught, they're gonna get T1s in exchange for their T7s. So they're gonna get, if they're hitting me with 150, 160, they're gonna get 160 T1s. So by the time they finish with my T1s, then I have my T4s. Sorry, T3s, and then I have my T4s, then I have my T6, and then T7s, T8s.
That's what left it with my scouts. I had 5 BT1, a billion T4. He didn't care.
I'm telling you, I don't think anyone's gonna be able to get through my. The remedy for the bigger OS is going to be that they're going to add more meat, obviously.
Well, but I mean, look, we already have town skins that are trained 17.5 billion. I mean, like, we're all just going to go up to whale status at this point, you know what I mean?
Right. Maybe this time instead of T1s, I do T4s just to never be burnable again.
You're already not burnable.
I'm telling you, it's and no one in the right mind will want to burn me. Even if I go to 0 T7s, they will not be able to burn me.
The last
know.
time I was burned was right after the shaman upgrade.
I remember.
That
You
update?
messaged me.
Yeah.
You were like,
I was
6
like,
onslaughts
dude,
suddenly hit me.
I was like, Spartak hit me 6 times in 20 seconds. They hit me so fast, my game couldn't reload to show me I was burning. Like, took 2 minutes for my town to actually light on fire. They hit fast enough that the animation didn't catch up.
I burned once on accident. I was out of T6, T4, T7. I was out of everything. And I still had like 200 million T4s. We were T4 OSing a town, and I let them burn me. I just let them OS me, and they got me. That was the one time that I've burned on this account.
Like, and then obviously, like, rebuild. But it's like, now anymore, like, how many fires do you see in Yacht?
It's probably scout traps that don't have any troops that they're burning. And then they also don't have scouts because their scouts are also wiped.
Yeah.
So they're
Like,
just getting their burning.
And it's like, so I think honestly that like, probably we're gonna see a lot of that in Asgard as too, I'm sure. Like, we can all go to the Badlands. But like, yeah, but like, they're all gonna be like Yacht is now.
Right. Is there even gonna be enough space for everyone?
No, I feel all the scout towns are gonna be useless.
That's gonna go along with this. So hopefully they bring back that healing competition.
Right.
Yeah, that was fun. I will be going for towns because obviously I will probably not be able to fight those towers, so it's gonna be a vacation event for me, just getting a few hits on towns.
Well, then that means we have to come up with new.
There probably will be personal events, Franzi. He was asking about because I think you get medals from different event checkpoints. Also curious if there will be personal events also. I doubt that they wouldn't do any personal stuff.
I think there will definitely be a personal event for sure.
Well, so I think we're gonna see probably more rotating events. Like during, like obviously during, like we have for Yacht, like, so we have the key event, the hunt for marks of resolve, had the key event. Sorry. I think we're probably gonna see some of those type of events come on during Asgard as well, since they did say like nobody will leave disappointed.
Right. What were your thoughts on other towers that would randomly, like, you remember, guys, we had those NPC towns that showed up in Jot? Went terribly. But what are your thoughts on towers randomly appearing in the Outlands for other people?
That was something that I suggested, like a Fury in Yacht. That would be fun because often the fights and the action is just
They had
stagnating.
NPC towns, but then those were impossible to kill because of how terrible they were.
I remember
the lag was bad.
The lag was horrible.
Everyone wanted to hit them, and
they said if you could get through the troops, you'd get shards and then you'd get the resource. Like, I remember that, but like, by the time you hit it, it'd take you 15 minutes to get your shaman back. Or your
I
hero.
got lagged out every time I tried to hit those. When I approached the area, it was lagging so hard, kicked me out of the game. Yeah.
Right. As X says, it's just a never-ending cycle of adding troops. I agree.
Yeah. I think, when was the last time, I think it was Fury, like the month of Fury is when all of us ran into that cycle. Of like, it was constant train die. Well, like, train kill die, like on repeat for an entire month, where we were all just exhausted. We were all just like, I know by like the middle of the third Fury, I was just done. You know what I mean? Like, I think after not sleeping for that long, by the middle of the third Fury, I was just like, I'm over this. I don't even care if we win or lose anymore. I'm over it. And I think, that's where I said, like, are we gonna see big clan burnout?
I honestly don't think it's something that we won't be seeing. I think either there's going to be big clans splitting to go smaller, and as we said, splitting the rewards, or we're going to see them avoid specific events just to focus on Asgard, or just to focus on Jot, or just to focus on either of those. I mean, it's going to be about who's going to have more T8s in the end, and it's going to be about who has more money to spend. And I don't think everyone is going to be able to spend every day and every event and every week. Most troops I actually have is T8s, I think, says Franzi. Yeah, but then you're not normal like the rest of us.
Frenzy is not the norm. Definitely not.
Well, it's becoming... You can see a shift where, like, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people, or a lot of smaller players in the community anyway, especially in Proxy, stating, like, where's the motivation for them to keep going for these events? Like, they're aiming...
That's why I thought this event's going to be much smaller, because...
Yeah, I honestly thought it was going to be, like, maybe 4 clans against each other trying to...
I even thought as much as 8 kingdoms, bro. 8 kingdoms facing each other?
4 to 8 kingdoms, yeah. That's what I thought as well.
Not everyone. Not everyone all at once. It just does not make sense.
Maybe there's, like, maybe in the course of them running, like, different events off of it, there might be the possibility for them running, like, specific tower timers, I guess. I mean, there are still things that they could implement that we don't know about yet. Of course, right. I mean, like we've seen in former updates, like, they're kind of notorious for giving us, like, this amount of news here, and then adding this amount of stuff here when it actually comes out. So, I mean, it could be that. Or it could be like we've seen before with, like, the Fury changes and stuff. Like, it comes out, we have one, and then, like, a week later we're getting another update that fixes or changes, not necessarily fixes, but changes the parameters of the previous update.
But then, do you think whatever update we get will reduce the amount of kingdoms that could go there? I feel like if they've set it up for the entire map or the entire game to be able to jump there, I don't think they're just going to remove that feature.
Well, they could. If enough people complain about it. What was it where everyone was complaining about something specifically? I'm trying to remember what update it was.
Home gang. There's home gang.
Was it home gang?
Yeah.
But Plarium went back and they changed something about an event completely. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Let me see. There was home gang. People were complaining that the influence sizes didn't work, so they made it to where now you have to be a certain influence to play. There was the CVC differences, the league differences, you know what I mean? Like, there's been a couple of
there's still not enough space for everyone to get into home gang.
Was it CVC where they changed something dynamically? In CVC, everyone complained about it, and then they reverted back to its original.
Checkpoints.
Yeah, it was checkpoints, wasn't it?
So that you got checkpoints for training and killing and all that stuff, and then they removed that.
Theoretically, if this new event is a major bust, no one enjoys it, everyone complains, could they maybe change the dynamics of the event and be like, okay, maybe we'll listen to what everyone is suggesting, including the streamers, and make it 8 kingdoms against each other versus the whole freaking game?
Yeah,
I guess
they could.
The other thing that you kind of said that also makes sense is we don't know until we try all of this stuff on our own. Yeah. So maybe we're just overthinking it at this point. But a very big but is that I don't think we're overthinking it. I think it's just going to be way too difficult for the smaller clans to get a piece of the action.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or we might see a more of an advantage for bigger clans allying with smaller clans.
Yeah. Franzi said he likes the whole idea of every kingdom. I think
I
I
guess
think whole game is better. But I mean, at the same time, they could essentially create several servers and divide kingdoms to go and participate in, like mini thrones, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got the money to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see how this one goes. I'm still hoping they do some adjustments towards maybe reducing it to a few kingdoms against each other, especially as it's replacing a kingdom event.
Right. I would really like it to be a kingdom event. I could see how kingdoms can take advantage of it. Even then, though, kingdoms like Blood and Red, there's already like a ton of clans in there. So
Yeah, a lot of moochers.
Yeah.
it would, and I would think that Blood and Red are gonna face each other every time, though. As if they go to something like that, we would essentially be facing each other every time.
Hmm.
So you guys face each other
No
every
other
time
kingdom
now.
will- No, like I meant in Jot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, we got Diktat for CVC, and then Red somehow found their way into our kingdom, and then
Yeah, when the stream started, it said they were both in your kingdom, right?
they both are in my kingdom currently.
Yeah,
R4
look
has
at my
the
stream. We're standing
Yeah.
right next to each other. It's a very rare combination, probably happening once every 10 years.
Yeah, once in a blue moon for sure.
Once every 10 years.
Let me see this. Oh.
Most kingdoms are dead as hell. No fighters. Needs to be a global event.
But if the kingdom is dead, what does the global event do? Like, that means the kingdom can't jump there.
Right.
Dead
so
still
it's,
doesn't take up space in an event. They need to just get rid of the dead. Like, I mean,
Maybe part of Asgard should have been the shield, the famous N3gan shield dropper repute that you get to hand out.
Yes. Yo, I
Awesome.
seriously want that repute. It'd be awesome.
That
I
was
feel like
fun.
it'd be too dangerous for smaller players.
What, the repute?
Yeah. I don't.
That's the
I
point.
sit unshielded. No one hits
That's
me.
the
But
point.
the
Hold on.
smaller players, right?
Let's go find someone who's hiding in the shield, has no kills.
There probably is a lot of them. Damn, I'm so
Yeah.
sleepy today.
They're just mooching. They're just mooching your rewards when you guys win. I'm gonna
Yep.
find one.
Taking tiles, putting up a cooked domain, and then just
Yeah.
logging.
Like this guy. Okay. I'm gonna find this one.
Hmm.
This one. Okay. Her name's Katie. Only has 101 billion kills. She's that would be hard to kill. 5.3 trillion. But if she's in the wrong gear, then it'd be perfect.
Right.
I mean, it can go quicker. I had some hits where I killed billions, 3 billion of T1s. Really depends on knowledge, gear, boosts. It is feasible.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like this. Okay, let's see. Irish something. Yeah, this guy only has 2 billion kills. Has not that a lot of troops, but he's shielded for who knows how long. 19
so
hours.
are we saying like they should just port the long shields that like quit the game or something to Asgard and just let us burn them?
No, I was saying that we should have the ability to have a repute that allows you to drop shields.
Oh, I still think they should allow us. I still think they should allow us to have the Koenig be able to like yeet us, delete us out of the kingdom.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, like, hey, sorry for your luck. You haven't been here for 35 weeks. You're shielded for 2 years in my kingdom, and you're 1 trillion influence. Boom! Bye. I mean,
That's
It'd
what
be
I
fun
was
to be
going
able to
about.
kick players using Drakars, for example.
Yeah,
Like
use
the-
your cars to kick someone.
yeah,
Yeah?
I would
Well,
totally be for that.
Didn't
Like,
they
yeah, I
say
hope.
that Asgard store is going to have kingdoms that you can buy, something like
They
that.
said it was a possibility in the future to buy a closed kingdom. Like now if they mean buy a closed kingdom as in like,
Who
okay,
goes
so like
in there, then?
this is my server now, like this is my kingdom and like only my clan is there, or as far as like buy like a kingdom shield, you know, like a kingdom bubble, so like people
Mhm.
can't port to your kingdom. Like I don't know. I mean, if you know,
If your
like
kingdom's already messed up, like what? How good does that?
it's not gonna affect anything. I mean, you're
Right.
just meaning like all you're gonna do is like necessarily make the other clans that are in your kingdom even matter, because then like their recruitment goes to like a slim sip. You know what I'm saying? But like not, you know, I mean, obviously if you're looking at something like that, you're not really concerned about the other clans.
Call it the
But-
purge repute, they say.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I mean, what I like about the Asgard event is the fact that for me as a streamer, I have the possibility to interact with other people, because so far Jotunheim is the only event where I can do some events and people join by attacking me. I got some interaction, so that's something I like about it, to at least find a few positive points about Asgard
You know what?
event.
Yeah, that's true. Because that gives
What
us
is-
more opportunities to do, like, for us, the streamers, more,
Mm.
like, more than once a month type of
Yeah.
event
Right.
where we're all doing stuff.
More
Asgard
giveaways.
should just be us sitting in this call like right now and just dictating what's happening around the map. North, south, east, and west.
We could start doing a streamer commentary.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been fun to have early access to the event. I mean, we suggested it. They didn't like our idea, but that would have been perfect, because now we're just guessing what the game mechanics will be like. Would have been fun to really test them out. Hound against me.
Right.
Who holds the tower longer?
I'd be afraid Negan would burn me.
Me?
Yeah, probably.
I couldn't burn you.
I
I
think
don't
it
have the troops.
wasn't it Hound that told Negan I'd send my hero and shaman out for you?
It doesn't matter. Like, even if I send my hero and shaman at it, I don't think it matters.
Let me test that.
We were meant to test that.
Yeah, wait a second. How do
Apparently
I do
they
this?
said-
Let me check my
Someone
gear.
said that they were going to fix it, didn't they? Check your gear.
I like Asgard Event, but I need more players
I'll check
for
your
it.
gear.
Yeah, you do, Franzi. If they changed all events
Should be
to
good. now.
global with clan matchups, this would be far better than KVK events. Also, no kingdom rewards, so nothing to steal by lazy players. So what they're suggesting, Como's suggesting that every event be global, but it would be for clans, for specific clans. So I guess instead of Fury tiles, you get
Mhm. Oh, Negan is
resources
showing
to
his
your town,
sponsors.
basically. Negan sponsored by Beef Jerky.
The green chips, the chips bag hardly shows up with the green screen there, bud.
My bad. It shows, but
Oh,
How-
it's Miss Vicky's.
yeah, it's Miss Vicky's. The
Is it the
jalapenos.
jalapeno? God, I hate you, Negan.
It's-
It's invisible.
Negan's gone.
I
No,
haven't had chips in so
I-
long. Oh
I
my
thought about
God.
buying a full green screen suit.
No,
Negan
Hound-
just go like just your
has the
face.
cloak of invisibility on. Should I send my hero out?
Yeah, send it out. I
Yes.
sent you 10 million
Wait, I
T1.
gotta heal
I
this.
killed 1.5 million of your T1. Now send everything out. Then we
Okay.
test
I'll send
again.
everything out.
Wait,
And don't look
problem
at the
is I have
game.
to-
So if the ratios are good, don't look at the game, okay?
Wait, I need to find someone far. Okay, are you ready? Because they're
no, hold on. Almost. We'll see how this goes. All right. I'm
Send
ready.
it out. You have double hero on, Hound?
go. Now it's both marches are out. Go R4.
Okay, 10 million. Let's see. Oh, you're burning! Just joking.
Yeah, so the thing is, I only had like 6.7 million T1s, so you can see the
How
ratio
many?
change.
It
How
does
many
make
did you
a
send at 'em?
difference. So with the first hit, I attacked with 10 million T1. The first hit, I killed 1.5 million of his T1.
Go big,
And-
go home.
And the second one, I killed. Second one, I killed 1.9 million.
Oh my lord.
So I attacked. I said 49.8. I killed 26.5. 21 mil was T3s. 5 mil was T1s. And those ratios suck. He's also Siege, so that's not the greatest for
You're a
me.
melee player, you're right.
See, like the punishment for having nothing should be a lot more.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And someone actually wrote that in my question and answers to Torin, and I think they said that they're going to be working on it. But yeah, the punishment should be brutal. Like it should be. We should be able to do a lot of damage. Maybe not burn them by ourselves, but if a full clan onslaughts someone that has no troops or no shaman or hero at all, they should be doing like a lot of damage.
I mean, they're working on it by
Yeah.
implementing those town skins. The next town skins we have in the rotation are purely against towns.
Right, but is the bonus going to be big enough though? That's the thing.
I don't know. I can test. My town skin just needs about 750 million shards. So if you could just send me these shards, then I max my town skin and then I tell you, okay?
What level are you on that?
I'm on level
Now-
3, trying to get to level 4. It needs 1.5 billion shards. I have 780 million.
I don't mind the idea of global clan events, but I don't see how Fury could be a global clan event
I mean, unless you're the only clan in a kingdom,
in the kingdom. Yeah,
then it's still like a 4-way CVC for you essentially.
it's a home gang on steroids.
Yeah.
God,
yeah,
I don't know. I saw the Asgard, like, I was already not feeling good, but then you told me to check out the Asgard video, Bones.
It's like, look
I
at this.
looked at it and I was like, dude, everything looks okay except everyone gets to play? Like, it's so bad. I feel like it's gonna be so messy.
I think I don't know. I think there's gonna have to be some things that are changed or restrictions or limitations, I guess, put on things, or even higher bonuses that apply when doing certain things. So
I
like
agree.
I mean, like if you get a 400 mil person OS, you know what I mean? Like you're capable of OSing a town 400 mil. Does that also give you a multiplier to your like offense in an onslaught?
Probably.
No, but you see what I'm saying? Like
It
I mean,
should, though.
that
It
would
should, though.
that
Yeah,
would
yeah.
be a huge game changer. If like at that point, if you were like, okay, so we've got 400 mil people in this OS or 400 mil troops in this OS. So and then like it pops up with okay, you also have like 200% army offense in onslaught too with it. You know what I mean? Like that would eliminate a lot of this whole like I don't know if I even want to call it troop hugging. I almost just want to call it like like Wall of China building. I mean I mean it would eliminate the whole scouting a town that has no scouts but has like 30 billion T4.
Here's the thing that I was thinking about all of this. Like, with all the secret knowledge that they've added, obviously other accounts are also able to max out and catch up in their secret knowledge.
Right.
But with like the frenzy, the town frenzy, even at the very start, I feel like the offense made no difference. Do you guys know which one? The bloodlust thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it made barely any difference. So,
It's true.
are we ever going to go to a time where you can still zero everyone? Or is it just that, well, we're past that period in the game, no longer able to zero everyone, and you just move on? You don't play
That
towns.
That was one of the funnest things in this game.
It was the
risk-
most fun thing to do,
the
and
risk-
Shock was the most fun event.
Yeah, the risk of being zeroed and the risk of or being able to zero someone was one of like the funnest features of the game.
Yeah.
Seeing people buy freaking troops and then just zeroing them completely because they didn't have the knowledge to actually use them was was awesome. It was what made me start playing the game. Was like, oh man, I just saw someone drop like $300 and they don't have the knowledge and they just bought a bunch of troops. Let's zero them.
I
when
used
they're-
to make 10 million T1s, and my town was un-OSable.
Yeah.
10 million T1s! Right now, R4 just sent me 2 marches of 10 million T1s.
No.
And it probably takes them 2 seconds to train those.
How far?
Isn't that
How
so
far?
crazy?
You're 10 million.
I got zeroed, obviously. I forgot one day to. I was in Invader gear, and back then we didn't even have Invader gear. I think I was in. I think
Those were the
Khazar.
days of Link's gear, wasn't it?
No, it was Khazar or something like that,
Oh.
where you had that bow that gave you experience for your Monarch. So your Monarch would level up, or whatever it's called. I don't know. I'm mixing games. But to level up to like 60, you needed to hit invaders essentially for XP. And so I was in that gear, and then they got me. But even then, dude, the cost of making 10 million T1s was just so astronomical. I remember borrowing resources from people to set up 10 million T1s, and then they would get angry at me for not being able to pay them.
I remember talking about how to create trap towns and how to you could do like solo traps. Like I remember doing solo quick trapping where you have one account that's your alt and it's like hitting empty towns, jumping from location to location, and I would try to do this on purpose so that someone would see it, and then you would jump from a location and see if they follow. And it was like, sweet, you catch the bait. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to jump one more time, and then I'm going to quickly reinforce from my main account. And then I would do that. Like, I would jump, reinforce quickly, and I would have not a crazy ton of troops in the alt, but there'd be enough so that they would show damage. But then my big troops would be in there to defend.
Hey, Siren, welcome to the stream.
And then they would attack, and they'd be very confused as to what's happening. But now it's like, oh, I'll just send an onslaught of like 60 million, and you can only reinforce like, I don't know, like, what's the max reinforcements you can do even now with the level 40? Like
In the
I don't even
town?
know. Yeah, in
I
a
already
town.
did
I
15
don't
million
know.
on our traps.
18 million, I think.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
a
I
bit
think it's
more than
18.
15.
I think it's like 18 or 20 if all knowledge is done.
Okay.
Right.
So I mean, you could still technically trap, but it's not the same as before, where you were able to like actually send in reinforcements and defend, because their max march was like 5 million or less. I don't know what it was back in the day. I forget.
I
but-
think now to try for that, you'd have to go like back the defensive OS.
Yeah,
You know,
you
that
have
all
to
of
create
us
it on
use-
OS to be able to defend.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they OS
Then it
you
was
and
so
you get
it was
kicked.
so good. It was so good setting up a trap with defensive OS, and then
Yeah.
the trap had scouts in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn,
Can't do that now.
good old days.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we're seeing, maybe that's going to circle back around at some point on a grander scale, just due to all the other things that they're adding now. I mean, because we have seen these types of things go in cycles before, and I'm not saying
Right.
that they're going to rehash old gameplay, because I mean, I think that the strategy at some point might circle back around to that. You know what I mean? Just in like new competitions or in new ways than what we've seen before.
The thing I think really ruined the game is ladder packs. Packs have ruined the game. It was so expensive to get knowledge done that you would have updates, and then years later, 2 years later, was when someone would be able to max that for cheap. Right now, if you have an update, 2 months from now, people are going to max that for dirt cheap compared to the people that did it the day of the update. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the packs definitely ruined it for everyone.
And again, it puts pressure on them because people are maxed within 1 or 2 months to add something
The more content
again.
needs to be
Right.
added, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and then you
Yeah.
have the thing too of like even the people that like you're giving an update that's so huge, and to where people either don't know. I mean, like for instance, and this is an example, Like, how many people do we see on average in competitions that are using T8 that shouldn't be using T8? Like, obviously, like, maybe, like, your guys' competition, you don't see it, but I know, like, R4 at, like, his clan level, they probably see a good chunk of it. My clan sees a good chunk of it, you know? And, like, you know, it's still, like, I mean, it still catches me off guard enough that I'm just like, what was that? Like, really? What was it? Those T8s didn't kill my T1s. What happened? You know? Like, I mean, it still, like, catches me off guard. But there's that pressure on the smaller player if they want to compete. You know what I mean? That they have to try to take either A, shortcuts to, like, catch up with those of us that are maxed or almost maxed, or they have to spend, you know, they have to fill in that gap to spend and just dump a bunch at once to catch up, or, you know, I mean, or a lot of them just turn around and, you know, like, a lot of them just turn around and they just don't play anymore. You know, like, they start taking time off. And, like, I mean, like Hound said in that interview video with me, of, like, you know, when you took a month off and you came back, bam, update. Like, literally, boom. Like, it was like the next day. Hound told me that.
Everything? Exactly, yeah.
Like, Hound told me that night before, he was like, yeah, I've kind of been around. Like, I've been around, but I haven't been around. Like,
I went from knowing everything to, like, just coming back and everyone's like, oh, this. I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah, like,
it's all happening at once. And you know about Celestial Gems? Which Celestial Gems? I'm like, Celestial Gems? What are we talking about? Those gems are getting upgraded.
Yeah. Like, Negan brought it up when he did that video on, like, the secret knowledge, like the new one, you know, like, right on the update. And he said, like, you know, don't forget the wording. You know, like Negan gave us his infamous warning, don't forget the wording. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, a lot of people forget that, like, oh, well, I'm in a fortress, so just fortress is good. But they don't keep in mind that, like, offense, defense, health play into fortress. You know what I mean? Because they affect your troops. And then, like, every single one out of those 6 trees has T8 knowledge in it. So, I mean, truly, can you really call your T8s maxed before all the T8 knowledge in every tree is done? Well, I mean, like, I know I wouldn't, like, that, but that's me. So, like, I mean, we're seeing packs that are meant to catch people up, but at the same time, those packs that are meant to catch people up, like, obviously give those of us that are already caught up, like, way more of an advantage and cause way more of a gap.
Update.
Exactly.
I mean, I maxed the SK2 update. Other than Towns, I'm going to be honest. Other than Towns, I maxed it with $300.
Dang.
I
wish I would have done it the smart way. I regret the way
I know everyone spent their gold on Invader Juice or boosts. I was hogging mine when everyone else was spending it. I was, like, not able to hit Uber Chiefs as much because I wasn't really spending my gold, while everyone else was, like, crazy hitting Uber Chiefs. But then when the update hit, I had the advantage over everyone else.
I was also taking it slow. I'm glad I did it this way because everybody else made bad experiences and told me, okay.
And you just learned from them.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I know. I just maxed my secret knowledge, my level 2, and yeah, I regret the way I went.
You like it when
so
people
much.
use T8s?
We need one of those, like, give us a one-time redo the order. You know what I mean? Like,
everyone was telling...
That's gonna be in the Asgard store.
No, I'm almost.
Yeah, right. Everyone was talking about that for Valkyrie, right? They were like, "I did my Valkyrie like 4 years ago. Why not
exactly.
Restart it?"
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Like, I've almost got my 6th tree done, and, like, I still have to drop down and finish my 5th tree because I skipped towns. Like, I started it, I picked my order and started it, and then was like, no, I'm not doing towns anymore. I need to get offense, defense, health done. And by then, defense was my 6th. And so it's like, I literally have 1 down on everything left on my 6th tree. And then I still have to go back and max towns out. But it's like, I wish I could have rearranged that order. But I mean, then by now, like, you know, once you're on the end level of it, it's like, it doesn't even matter anymore. You just kind of accepted fate. You know, like, I did this to myself. Haha. I mean, But
I won't even finish my last secret knowledge. My last one is towns, and I feel like, first of all, I don't need towns.
It's
It's quite
useless.
useless. And the importance of it is the looting with every town skin that it's going to be released. We talked about this yesterday, Hound.
Right. Yes. Yes.
well, the other thing is like really, I mean, I know for me and Yacht, I'm sure like you guys are all the same way too. Like I don't get hit.
I don't get it.
Like, I mean, short of somebody like like Hound jumping next to me and being like, "Oh, it's Bones," and KT1. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, here, have 10 mil T1. Hi. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
me.
I mean,
I was scout testing them, and then I went back, and they were still there. So I was like, maybe their scouts are weaker now. And so I sent another 10 KT1.
I'd practically
dead.
taken a nap. Like, I looked and I was like, "Oh, it's Hound." It was like an hour and a half later. I look and I'm like, "Oh, there goes Hound again." Like, I mean,
I
but
was
like
maybe
we don't
these
get
scouts are weak now. Maybe he forgot to boost.
we don't get hit in towns. I mean, like,
Yeah.
and that's it. And there's a lot of yacht that's the same way now. We don't get hit in towns. So Asgard coming
For
up
the
with the
right
tower.
reasons, right? I mean, we're impossible
Exactly.
to kill, but then we kind of don't want to be impossible to kill, but then we can't
Right.
kind of not be impossible
Right.
to kill. It's impossible.
Exactly. I mean, like, I looked the other day and I laughed. Somebody made the comment to me. They're like, "Does anybody under 1 trillion get hit in yacht?" Or I mean, does anyone over 1 trillion get hit in yacht? And I'm like, well, I mean, that's
Not a
kind
lot
of a
of
moot point. I'm 1.9 trillion zeroed right now without troops. So, I mean, even if somebody was like, "Oh, well, nobody over 1 trillion gets hit in yacht anymore," if you have half of your secret knowledge 2 done, you're over 1 trillion.
Right.
I mean, like, so it's like, like, it's really a matter of like, A, how many troops do we all really need? Because like, I mean, as our knowledge like grows up and stuff, and then B, we all have so many troops because of the achievements and other things accrued up that I think like Hound was saying, like, how many of these people are just gonna say forego like yacht and go to Asgard? Well, I mean, if you can grab a tower, chances are you're gonna go for Asgard versus yacht, because I mean, let's face it, you're not gonna get hit in yacht. I mean,
Might
short
as
of
well.
you having a defensive town that you're reinforcing, or that you're, you know what I mean, that you're defensive OSing from, like, you're not gonna do anything in yacht unless it's like going for the throne, which I mean, even then, like, like once your clan maxes that, if you're not going for ranking or for holding it, yacht's over. Like, short of like,
100%.
and like somebody said in a Hound stream during yacht, I set an alarm for when these events are. I log on, we send a couple OSs, my clan and I send a couple OSs to the throne, our events maxed, and we log off.
Log off. Because
So-
you don't got to do anything else unless you want to place in them.
Exactly.
I just checked. I'm below 1 trillion with buildings and knowledge.
If you get burned, you go down there.
Yeah, true. Without troops, I'm below 1 trillion. Yeah, that's why I'm.
Yeah, and then fill the gap with T1s, and then you won't ever burn again.
I remember I hit a town. I think it was level 38 or something,
That's-
even 36. It had
How-
400 billion influence. I hit it because obviously that would have burned pre-patch, but it was unburnable. It had. Then I scouted and I realized, okay, it has 150
There was a
billion T1.
326 billion town, castle level 32. 32. No gems, no new knowledge, nothing. And that town was not burning in Jot.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
Craziest thing. I saw the craziest thing this last shot. There's a Hound's been replaced by gummy bears. Oh, that was weird.
Sorry, I'm
It's like,
trying.
I look over and there's like a little like gummy bear dancing like where Hound's at, and I'm like,
Wait, what's up?
I'm looking from one screen to the other, and I'm like, Hound, this is a new look for you. I don't think I approve. Like, this is
Yeah, I'm
weird.
sorry.
Gummy
I'm testing a new bot, and the bot keeps adding some ads from time to time, and I have an overlay for these ads. I'm just testing it, and the overlay is above you, Hound. So you were a gummy bear while you were
for a
talking.
second.
I think Hound's thing, like where you brought up like how important the towers are going to be for players. I think that's spot on. I mean, this last yacht I saw level 35 not burning. And when I
saw a level
scouted him,
32, man. That was kind of like mind-boggling.
exactly. And when I scout them, they've got like 40 billion T4s. So,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, to combat that, playing towers would be the way to go.
Yeah, it makes
like 40 billion troops in a tower.
playing towns is no longer fun. Like when doing tile attacks is more exciting now than actually doing town attacks, because at least with the tile attack, you know, you're either going to fail because you're too weak, or you're going to win because you're stronger than the other person. And so towers, again, it's the only way to really play now, because like towers or tile attacks, because you know you're either going to fail with your attacks or you're going to win with your attacks, and you're going to reap some sort of reward. Versus towns, you know, you're always going to lose no matter what.
Mhm.
And tiles are also interesting because you get different results when you
Sure,
test them.
Right. I mean, well, and that's, you know, like it took us a while to figure out why our scouts weren't denting like a level 13 tower until we found out, you know, the scout numbers that are in them. But it's like the same thing. It's the same thing for like, you know, towns now. There's just no, like N3gan said, there's just no incentive. Like we know we're
Right.
gonna bounce.
Right.
Like we just know we're gonna bounce.
I need to end my stream. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
also past 11
somehow we
p.m.
want to
for me.
wrap this up. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
gotta bounce.
overall the conversation has been great. We've had a lot of good points that we brought up, and we don't always have the answers. If Torn was here, we might have had a few more answers.
Yeah, what the freak, Torn?
Yeah,
Four of us
so-
in one spot that you could make us dance. I'm still
Three
waiting
of
for
us in
N3gan
the
to
same
sing Baby
kingdom,
Shark.
dude. That's gonna never probably ever happen again.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait until he takes your gold.
Yeah, I was overall really happy, even though like we didn't all of us get a ton of viewers on each stream. I think overall our streams did well, and more than anything, I feel like the topics that we discussed were refreshing and good.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's
For
my
sure.
piece on it. How do you guys feel about today?
I think it was good. I enjoyed it. I like when we do like collabs type streams just like this, talk
Yeah.
about the game, but
Yeah.
it's as long as there's something to actually talk about. Otherwise, it becomes very repetitive. Like there was something that that R4 was saying is like, okay, well now that Torn said no to Hound, no to him, and maybe to me, is like, what are we actually gonna do? I was like, maybe we could do tests on things. He's like, well, we
Yeah.
already did tests. I was like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, the game is kind of stale when there's nothing to actually do. It's not like Call of Duty where you can like all four of us
Every
could
game
essentially
has-
play, and every game something's new.
Right.
It's literally like we're just looking at our towns the entire time. Or I had the freaking video looping every once in a while so that there was something happening in the stream. But
Yeah.
when there's not educational, but like an actual constructive, solid discussion, when we're able to actually be like, oh, maybe this will happen or this makes sense, it's definitely something that you can take out of it versus me just doing a stream solo hitting freaking invaders for an hour and then being like, all right, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, and
Right.
see your bot doing the work. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the game in general, it's not that streamer friendly because there's not a lot of stuff going on. I mean,
So
you see
being
my
a
game in the
streamer
background.
for this game is hard.
Yeah.
It is
A
hard.
streamer for any game, any play or pay to win game is hard. Like
The
it's
thing is, most other games somehow have some sort of incorporation where you get some different mechanics, or like battle reports work differently in
Yeah, it's
different
true.
events. Even like, dude, imagine if you went to Asgard and you onslaughted people in towns. Just because they're in Asgard, you start killing their troops from their T7s. You go backwards. You hit
Yeah.
and you hit T7s and then you go down to T1s. Wouldn't that make a
Like,
massive difference? Like,
yeah,
how
like
is
War and
Asgard
Order.
the same as Jot?
Mm.
Jot's the same as Fury. Fury's the same. Like, all of them have the same mechanics. So there really
Yeah.
isn't something massive different from them. There's just different venues for them.
Maybe there's a reverse card in the Asgard store. Then you buy it and then it.
Hopefully. Every
Oh.
time you onslaught, you hit T7 instead.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go with the 2 billion T7 walls.
Right.
2 billion. Where's 2 billion? I have like 6 right now.
Oh,
Even I have 1.5.
I think I have 6. No, I have less. I'm
I think I have
exaggerating.
total. If I add like all of them together, I think I have 1.2.
I have 3.3.
5 billion maybe.
Usually I don't
Hound,
have that many.
How many do you have?
T7s? I think I have
Yeah.
like 6 billion right now.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you have more T8s than 7s? Or do you have more 7s than 8s?
No, I have 1.3 billion T8s.
Nice. I have 435 million. That's it.
With
Slowly
no shards? Or with
yeah,
shards?
now that I max my knowledge, all of it's going straight to the
Oh.
T8s. It's
Right.
kind of exciting, but at the same time, yeah.
Eli says he has 60 million. Well, jump here, Eli. We will welcome you with a battle report.
Another scout and town hit on Eli. No, he needs time to train. Yeah, I'm gonna end my stream here. Thank you so much to everyone that showed up to my stream. And yeah,
I-
thank you guys for
I joined
making
by
time.
leaving as well, yeah. Thanks for the summary, Hound. And I think it's... well, I hope next time we get Torin. Because if
I hope so
such
too.
controversial content is released, we need answers. And
We
Torin
definitely
needs to be
do.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Alrighty, well,
Any
that was good.
any
I
last
enjoyed it.
words, Negan?
Any words from the wise Negan? I was gonna say something funny with the swear, but I should probably not say it.
We you are in our stream as well. Don't penalize us with
That's
you.
true. I'm just saying. Wise words don't get redded.
Oh,
I don't know. Just
I got Reddit.
I would say watch your shields, but shields don't matter no more.
Either.
Yeah, exactly.
In my case, they mattered for scouts.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, I got no wise words for this time around. We're all screwed. We're all screwed. That's all I got.
Then, well, I think next time we need what 5 streamers then?
Yo,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Can we fit
New,
5 of us on a screen?
yo, we should get 8.
8. Okay.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Oh man, that's gonna be. Yeah, I don't know. That'll be interesting.
But
That will be
it went better than I thought because 4 people talking, especially in like calls.
I mean,
is
we all
difficult.
we all have different ways of thinking, and we all have been playing the game for who knows how long. Like, I've been playing since 2016. Has anyone who's played since 15?
No, I started 1.5 years
It-
ago.
It doesn't. Mine doesn't count because mine is December of 15.
August
Well,
of 15.
I mean, August.
15?
Okay, I would say
Yeah.
Bones.
August of
So it would go
15.
Bones, then Hound, then me, because I started like Mayish of 2016, and then R4 is the newest one. So I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of us that have been playing for like a long time, we've accumulated the knowledge of knowing specifics of the game and seeing the transformation of being able to buy troops to now having to make troops with shards. And I mean, I don't know.
300,000 march size to 3
Oh,
Yeah.
million
man, I remember.
to 30
I remember I
million.
was ecstatic when we could send 1 million. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
telling you
like, as
that.
soon
We
as
went
soon as we
up
got to the
like
1 million march size, I was like, oh, people are gonna die. I mean,
Yeah.
1 million with hero double was insane back then.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like so all of us have different ways that we see the game, different ways that we think. So it's interesting to have a bunch of us together and kind of give our own views and explanations of how we think things may go, or even how we break things down. So yeah, I don't know if we get more people in streams like this. I don't know. I think some of the newer guys will have a different insight than some of, like, I would say, the OGs of the game. I wish, you know, who I would really wish would be in here, who obviously no longer plays or streams, but he's
Viking?
this. No, it could be tight. I don't know. There was this guy. He always wore like medical scrubs. Do you remember his videos?
I know, Mike. I think his name's Mike. Right?
WWM something, right?
WWM Mike. Yeah. Everyone
Yeah,
says I
yo,
look like
yeah.
him.
You
The
do.
amount of time people said that I look like him is crazy.
I don't know, dude.
You're
Put
his-
some scrubs on. We'll find out. There we go. Yep.
Mike. Yeah.
WWM reincarnated.
People said that I look like him. Crazy.
Yo, we should bring him back. We should make a special video and see
I
if we
saw
can
him
bring him
change
back.
his channel to some other game, but he didn't
Yeah,
even
right,
play that
right.
game.
He's not allowed to launch the game, and then it's a reaction video when he first launches the game after 2 years.
Yeah, yo, we should. I might reach out to him, be like, yo, we want a collaboration, a bunch of streamers in with you. We want to pick your brain from before to now.
Yeah.
That'd be
I
sick.
watched this video on how to kill invaders. Level 6 invaders was the one that I had to take his advice on. It was
Yeah.
good. He did the math. He did the
He
proper
did-
calculations.
He did a lot of breakdowns, like a lot of calculational breakdowns, which I was like, oh man, this is kind of boring for me. So I'm just gonna.
I
move
was
on.
always into those. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Anyways, I gotta bounce as well, but good chatting with all of you. Take care.
Awesome.
See you later, WWM, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.
All right. See you guys.
All right, peace out, guys.
Bye.
Peace out. Ciao.
Bye, guys.